Hi guys. So today we are going to start our brief drive-by of lesson 9 in writing and rhetoric. So get out your lesson 9 packet. Make sure you have all of that. I'm going to give you a little introduction, and then you're going to read the story, read it aloud to a parent or older sibling so they can help you with anything that you might not understand in the story. And then I have some assignments this week for you to do with that story. So, lesson 9, the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. These are the questions any person must ask in order to write a historical narrative. Who, what, when, where, and why, the 5 W's. These are the questions a reporter must ask in order to write a story for a newspaper, or a storyteller must ask in order to weave a tale of fiction. Rudyard Kipling, the English novelist and poet, wrote this little rhyme about the 5 W's. I keep 6 honest serving men, they taught me all I knew. Their names are what and why and when and how and where and who. As you can see, Kipling and many others add how to the list. The 5 W's and 1 H have been an important part of teaching rhetoric for centuries. They can be found in the words of Hermagoras of Tinos, a Greek rhetorician who taught in Rome from the 1st century BC. Quis, quid, quando, ubi, cur, quem, ad modum, quibus, adminiculius. Some of you can probably say that better than I can. Who, what, when, where, why, how, in what way, by what means. So let's get some practice with the idea. After you read the following narrative, Zenobia, Queen of Palmyra, you'll be asked to find the 5 W's and 1 H. Okay, so I'm not going to read the story because it's kind of long, but I'm going to give you a little bit of introduction on this. Zenobia, Queen of Palmyra. The story you're about to read is a blend of history and fiction. So the events are real. There was a Zenobia, and the events with Rome really did happen, and she really was paraded down in front of the audience in Rome as a captive, which you'll see at the end of the story. But this is a historical narrative, which means that the author has added fictional conversations in there to kind of make the story more interesting, okay, instead of just cut and dry facts. You know, it's a lot more interesting to see this conversation that she has with her cousin, about their anger towards the Roman Empire, and why she would lead a rebellion against Rome. So she was born around 240 AD, so after Christ. She died around the age of 34 and around AD 274. She was about 12 years old, 10 or 12 when the story happened. Okay, so it's more or less accurate. Remember, sometimes the birth dates and all of this are a little bit sketchy when we go that 2,000 years back in history. All right, so other things to note in here, if you have any questions, there's several bolded words that you can look up in the dictionary or on Google, or ask a parent what they mean. This is about how much she hated Rome and led a rebellion against Rome. Then the first thing I'm going to ask you to do on page 139 at the end is to put the story in order. So there are sequences in the story. I want you to get the sequence of the story correct and do that. And then tomorrow you have some go deeper questions to ask. I'm only asking you to do questions 1 through 5 on the go deeper. And then finally on Friday, you're going to do on page 142 and 143, question number 8. It has a B, C, D, E. This is the 5 W's, 1 H. So the what's the main event, when does it take place, where does it take place, how does the antagonist succeed, and why has the author written the narrative? What was his purpose? What was he trying to say about Zenobia? So you have to think a little bit about that. There's no one right answer for that one, definitely. Okay, so that's your assignment for the whole week. I have it, I will do it piecemeal. So for today, all you have to do is read the story and then put it in the right sequence there on page 139. All right, and then take a picture and upload that to me. All right, talk to you later.